Oh God. All right, time now is 11:07 a.m. in the morning on September 30th. Um, all right. Right now I'm in my pajamas because I'm gonna go back to bed and do some push-ups and sit-ups. Afterwards, I'm gonna finish watching Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. I will do a movie review on that movie and then a mini movie review. And then um at around maybe 4:30, I'm gonna leave my apartment and I'm gonna go to CMD, the side campus of my college, to meet up with Thomas. Why? Because today is actually the amazing, fantastic, exciting ice cream meetup, the ice cream in-person meetup for my script writing club. Except now that the club is doing so poorly, there's a chance that nobody will show up for the meetup. I asked Pepper if she's free. Pepper doesn't exactly know. All right, just came back home from Nijia Market. It is 8:59 p.m. This is $59 worth of food. Oh boy. So, coffee bread, useful on Sunday. This is what I'll have for dinner today. Katsu bento rice. Okay, meats. We got beef cubes as well as salmon. This is what I'll eat tonight as well. Cabbage salad, chopsticks. Got the tofu. I got the mixed egg and tuna sandwich, useful for tomorrow. I got gailang, which is nice. I got fried squid karaage, also for tonight. Very important, star of the show. This is lemon tea, obviously. Love that shit. This is melon mochi, and then finally we got 3 garlic, and that's it for Nijia Market. So time now is 9:11. This is my dinner. I was gonna buy sushi because both tomorrow and the day after I'm not gonna have time to go to the supermarket at all. But there's no sushi. By the time I went to Nijia Market, it was like 8 p.m. A lot of the sushi are taken. Alright, time now is 10:16 p.m. Ooh, let's talk about what happened today. Another very interesting, dense day. Man, this week has just been one interesting day after another, after another, after another, after another, just back to back to back. It's just it's truly amazing. What a great time to be alive. The ice cream in-person meetup today begins at 5:15, but at around 4:50, people were already gathering in that room, and that's partially because most of the people in that room are actually people from the Friday Film 32 class. And unsurprisingly, the professor for Film 32, the Italian professor, he was in the room as well. I saw him and I said hi. And so I gathered around, and there are a lot of familiar faces. Betsy is here. I just saw her yesterday for lunch. She's here. Theo is here. I just saw him yesterday for lunch. He's here. And then there are some familiar faces, but only because I saw them in Zoom, like the Middle Eastern girl, and then a little bit later, the girl whom I said was maybe Vietnamese American. Turns out she is half Korean, half Japanese. Aoba came. Yes, so I saw Aoba yesterday. She showed up today again, which is awesome. It's just insane, just how many familiar faces are popping up. Red showed up, you know, the boy who's like super active. Turns out he is the president of Acting Club. I didn't know that, but he's here. So, and he's also in Film 32 as well. So we're all like together, I guess. The big people, you know. And there are also a lot of familiar faces. There's a black girl who's in my film history class, and I said hi to her as well. And I met a couple of new people, and I got one Instagram. But yeah, Kat showed up with a whole plastic box of ice cream, and it wasn't like a small scoop; it was big cups of ice cream, which is crazy. And even with another box of water, I'm really thankful that she pulled this off. It was partially my idea. This in-person meeting was partially my idea. Actually, it was my idea to begin with. I was like, man, we need to do an in-person meeting. But it sort of snowballed into an ice cream meetup because Kat also runs an ice cream store, and then it sort of snowballed into a, you know what, film club. Um, Aside from Mateusz, the Polish guy, pretty much all the film club's leadership is here, and then the acting club is here. You know, just snowballed into something like this. Again, Aoba showed up, which is awesome. I don't know why he's here, but she's here. Okay, but I didn't recognize her at first because she had red hair. So yesterday when I saw her, she still had blonde hair with a pinch of blue and green, and she had decided on a new color, which is very interesting. Like she has cycles now. Like she goes through different like cycles now. Like I wonder what her next color is. But yeah, she has red hair now, and she did this earlier today. So you can literally see red dye at the side of her face and on her mask. Um, but yeah, that's that. So I said hi to her, and she's really nice to me. And about Pepper, she didn't come. So her shift at the well ends at 4:30, 5:30, but she didn't leave until like 6 p.m. And then by then she's already super tired. And I told her, if you're too tired, you don't have to come, And she's like, okay, I'm not coming. So there's that. Everyone got her stuff. I ordered an Oreo cream cotton candy double scoop, but that never came to me. My ice cream scoop was vanilla, but I didn't really complain. So I finished the whole thing, and man, it's so sweet. Earlier today, I ate a whole slice of red velvet cake, and today I ate a whole gigantic scoop of vanilla ice cream. It's, oh my god. It's very sweet. It's a lot of sweetness in one day. But it's fine. I honestly wasn't even in an ice cream mood, but for the sake of socializing, sure, why not? The sacrifices we make. Um, but yeah, here goes my conversation with Alba, which is really nice. I guess she's a lot more active than I thought, because when I have conversation with people, sometimes I'm scared that I'm the one talking, I'm the one going blah blah blah. But Alba was asking me stuff, like Alba randomly asked me, so no, I asked Alba first, like, how's your short film going? And Alba said, oh, she's filming next week at the exact same time on Friday. And she asked me, and I said, oh, I can be your extra. And she's like, yeah, great. And I just realized that I can't because next week there's a script writing club meeting. But apparently Alba will also be filming on Saturday, I guess. So maybe that will somehow work out. But I don't know. I can DM her and ask her the details, honestly. At this rate, why not? And then I showed her my letterbox because of course. But the more important thing is I want to show her that anyone can add anything on Letterbox. So I said you can add yours too. And then she asked me if I have a YouTube channel. So obviously I didn't show her my Culture Detective channel, but I showed her my Enoch Lai channel, which is my official one. And I asked her, is it true that, of course it's true, but I asked her, like in Japan, they call each other by family names, right? And she's like, yeah, but it's more usual to call each other by their first names here. And I'm fine with that because by calling people their last names, you keep you're distancing yourself from them. So Antoine, the Lebanese guy, the king of the clubs in my college, he called Alba by her last name and then son. And then when I heard how Alba said it to me, I also got cringed a little bit. Like, if I don't know, it's just forcing one's own culture down their throats. It's almost like, and it's almost like, yeah, it's a little cringe, damn, And then she actively asked me, like, how about you? How does it work in China or Hong Kong? I guess she isn't as politically sensitive, which is fine. And I said, I didn't really know how to explain. We don't really call each other by names, really. Like, we don't even say people names. We have Chinese names, English names, we have nicknames. There are just too many names. So I didn't really know how to explain. And I guess she was also a little confused. And then I asked her, um, there's a Latino guy, and I got his IG, and then he asked us about what we're trying to do, like career path, and I said, director, writer. And then I asked Aoba, and she's like, oh yeah, director too. And Aoba asked me why I came to LA. She said, I know this seems like a silly question, but why did you come here? And then I asked her what's her favorite Harry Potter movie, and she said the first one. Wow, interesting. And then I said the third one. Obviously, all the cinephiles say number 3. Um, and she said she likes the happier side. She likes the magic, but she likes the happier, more fun side of magic, which is a little bit surprising, just a tad bit. She said she likes happy things, and she doesn't like things that are too scary. She even mentioned the ending to Harry Potter 3 when, David Thewlis turned into a werewolf. And so pretty much most of the stuff I want to ask Alba is already asked, already answered. Pretty great. She left. Pepper's not coming. So a little bit later, I and Thomas spoke to the Middle Eastern American girl because she went to this UCLA transfer workshop and knows a lot about the transfer process, the application. And apparently only 2 people. So yesterday I know from Betsy that 14 people from this college went to UCLA, but that's a lie apparently. Or apparently it's not true. So according to the Middle Eastern girl, American girl, 2 people from my college film program went into UCLA film program. So maybe when Betsy said 14, maybe she meant like in general, not just film, but like other majors as well. Which is probably not true because other majors are probably even easier to get into. Or maybe by 14 she means like overall, not in 1 year, like throughout history. I don't know. But for film, only 2 people last year. Betsy's also sort of like this, so Betsy obviously knows that the script writing club is disastrous so far. So far the club has been disastrous. But Betsy's like, oh, good to know you two are, actually working hard for this. Good to know that, I believe in you too. You can do it. So very encouraging words, and then that's pretty much it. So, yeah, wow, damn, awesome. Interesting day. More conversations to be had. All right, time now is 11:23 a.m. in the morning on October 1st. We've made it to the 10th month. We've made it to 10th month. Woo! All right. Last night something a little bit interesting happened. Alba DM'd me on Instagram. Before I even DM'd her, she DM'd me. Wow. And she basically asked me in a very polite way, hey Enoch, nice to meet you today. Do you want to, and it's all in one paragraph. Do you want to help me for my short film as a gaffer? Exactly the same time next Friday at 5:15 and the next Saturday for the whole day. And I would love to work with her, obviously. But then I told her, but for Friday I got the script writing club stuff. And then she said, oh. And I said I'm using the room 272 for script writing club, which is the official room. Like the club has officially rented that room. And then Alba was like, what? I thought I thought I was able to use room 272 for my short film at the same time because Kat told me that I have the approval. And I'm like, what? Does Thomas know? So now there is a bit of a weird situation. Who owns room 272 next Friday? Oh, another thing is I'm glad I don't have a job right now. I'm glad I don't have the well. Because if I have the well, it would make everything 100 times more difficult. Uh, so yeah. And on a side note, I'm still looking to buy a camera and looking to do a driver's test before I leave. Before round two ends. But yeah, September has been a pretty good month so far. The last 2 weeks of August was really uneventful, but September was a bit of a redemption. Like so much shit happened, so much interesting shit happened. Alright, so I'm all alone in the glorious University of USC. Thomas forgot to bring water, so he's telling me to go. It's a 14-minute walk to the car, and it's another 14-minute walk back. Fuck me. It's 6. Fuck. It's 4:52 p.m. Thomas told me to run all the way back to the car and add 2 more hours to the meter and then walk all the way back again. Another 30-minute walk. I'm doing a lot of aerobic exercises today. Another 30-minute walk. And he's also using my credit card to pay for the parking because he forgot to bring his. So that's great. Alright. Here I am. How do I do this? Plus time. Plus time. Okay. Plus time. Bruh. Do I need to put my card in? Cancel. Fuck, how do I do this? That's the where the LA football. All right, so time now is 9:27 p.m. Let's talk about today as quick as possible. I don't want to waste any more storage space. I don't want to waste time either. Fuck my acne. Yeah. So today's actually not as eventful as you would probably think it would be. It's just me, Thomas. There's a Latino guy that we met yesterday. He showed up to help Thomas today. He's just like, okay, sure, let me help. And then Lauren, the DP, and 2 actors. The main actor, whom I've seen a couple times before, and a new guy whom I've never seen before, Chinese American dude. And then we walked around to look for a good place to film this scene or refilm the scene. This is a reshoot. And we looked and looked and looked and looked, and there just weren't any good locations, and we got lost a couple times. And there's a huge football game going on, so there are tons of people wearing like USC shirts and drinking beer, and there's barbecue and food truck. It's honestly like the environment, the atmosphere of USC today was amazing. Like I've never seen USC so lively and fun before. It's so full of energy, and it's actually really great. So today was actually really chill. I forgot to bring my sunglasses, but it wasn't really that hot. It was kind of cold at the end, and it was kind of laid back for me, except for a couple of times Thomas ordered me to go all the way back from the filming location, which is right in front of the law school, all the way back to the car, which is 14 minutes, to grab water and then come back again, 14 minutes. And then at around 5 p.m., Thomas told me to go all the way back to the car again, and then all the way back to add 2 more hours to the speeding meter. which is something I've never done before in my life. Not even in Hong Kong, I've never done that. So yeah, this is my first time using a speeding meter, and it's honestly not that confusing. Not a speeding meter, just a meter, parking meter. I don't know. And Thomas even used my own credit card. He was like biting his nails, which is so disgusting. So I didn't want him to touch my credit card. So yeah, that's that. I spoke to Lauren, the DP, about buying a camera, which is something that I've been interested in lately, being a nerd about, geeking out lately. All my life, not really all my life, but most of my life, I've been a nerd for movies, just watching movies, appreciating movies, but never. But it is only recently, in the last couple of years, when I started to also nerd out about the process of making the movie itself. Script writing and camera, lighting, colors, and lately editing and production design. But camera has never been like my thing because I never owned one and I don't really use one. So lately I've been really into researching about cameras and all that stuff. And then Thomas drove me back home. That's it. And I immediately had dinner. I didn't even plan what to have for dinner, so I just immediately think of what to eat. I saw the beef cubes, so I cooked them all and there are 10 cubes. I ate 5 cubes and then the other 5 I put in a box. And then I ate 2 fried squid from yesterday, and then I had 300 milliliters of rice. I spoke to Kat a little bit on Discord about the whole Aoba situation because next Friday Aoba wants to use room 272 at CMD for her short film, and she asked me to be the gaffer. She specifically asked me. I didn't even to be fair, I did say to her oh, it would be great if I end up in your short film, but she specifically asked me to be the gaffer. Man, but yeah. So Kat spoke with Aoba, and they at the end decided that the shoot will be 3 p.m. All right, the next thing is way more concerning, and that is the actor for the North Korean officer for Thomas's short film Tomorrow suddenly decides to bail out. So he spoke to Thomas in text and asked Thomas for some examples of the DP's work. So Thomas sent him, the actor, a bunch of footage from this short film. And then in response, he said, "I'm sorry, this looked too different from how I thought it would be. I will have to let you know. I hope you find another actor in your casting list," which is a really vague and roundabout of saying I quit. I mean, I would understand why someone would want to quit from Tom's short film because it's shit, but quitting the night before is fucking insane. If I was the director right now, I would be stressed, I would be crying, and I would be going insane. And that's probably what Thomas is doing right now, going insane. So I have to play the character Tomorrow then, which is a very last ditch resort because I don't like it. I don't look like it at all, and I don't want to act too. But that also saves me from being the boom operator. I guess the third thing is I ate 2 slices of mooncake and a banana, which is 360 calories. And Cindy saw me eating a banana, like peeling the banana and putting it on my plate. And she said, "Oh, I've never seen you eating banana before. Is this the first time? Is it your first time?" And I'm like, "Yeah, first time since 9 months, And then I took the banana. I have 3 bananas left, and I took one from the peel, from the bundle, which is connecting all the bananas. But there's still a little bit left, a little fleshy part, So I tried to twist that off, and very carefully so, because if I aggressively yank that little fleshy part of that banana out of the hard bundle, which is turned black already, then I will also tear the other bananas open, which I don't want to because it'll attract flies. And then Cindy suddenly went over to the other side of the kitchen counter and then twist the thing for me. And I told her, don't do it too hard. It's gonna. And before I finished the sentence, she yanked it and she broke the fucking peel of another banana. And I was saying, oh, that's exactly what I wanted to avoid. And I don't know why Cindy's in a really jolly mood today. She's like, oh, let me help you. Oh, did I just do what you were trying to avoid? Oh, sorry, Enoch. Alright, time now is 6:47. I'm just gonna stand here. Time now is 6:47 a.m. in the morning on October 2nd. Oh my god, fuck. So I'm so tired. I slept at 3:20. I wish I could have slept earlier, but I didn't. I watched a whole episode of Misang. That's that. Yeah, 3:20 a.m. till 6:40 a.m. This is even fucking worse than going to church. I had to wake up. If I had gone to church today, I'll wake up at 7. Apparently, Thomas himself will play the character of the North Korean official, which is fantastic because right now there are 0 Korean people in this production. This short film, is about a North Korean escaping to South Korea, and they originally are supposed to be like all Korean cast, and now there isn't a single Korean person acting, and not even in the crew. So they're all sorts of Asians, just not Koreans. All right. It's 8:07 a.m. Eating my caffeine bread. Staying with Thomas's car, more like Thomas's roommate's car, to make sure nobody comes here and, do something. This is going to be a disastrous shoot.
That's my role. It's the shoe abuser.
Sound speeding? You guys are gonna have to go up there.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Very good day. He probably would be proud of you for shooting it.
You're happy and proud of him because you think that he shot him and you think he's gonna join you into your journey.
It's 2:04 p.m. under the blistering sun. All right, time now is 7:47 p.m. Whew, what a tiring day. What a day. So let's talk about what happened today. Today is a lot more eventful than yesterday. Very early in the morning at 7:10 a.m. he picked me up, 7:10-ish. And then we drove all the way to somewhere in Culver City to pick up the Latino guy whom I also saw yesterday, also on Friday. And then I ate my coffee bread. I honestly wasn't even like that into the bread. It was just like, ugh. 8 a.m. we already arrived, or 7:30 we already arrived at the place, and it was really cold. The sun didn't really come out until 10 a.m. and I was just standing around. There's this whole, so obviously, okay, so this is the last day of the shoot for Thomas's short film, and it's the most important scene. It's the South Korean North Korean border, and it's just the most important one. It's the biggest scene, you know, and we're supposed to start filming at 8:30 and all the way till noon, and then that's it, you know. But we actually didn't start filming until around 10:30 because we had to wait for the main actor who overslept and couldn't come until like 9:40. And then there's this whole conundrum with, okay, we're gonna drive one car all the way to the mountain and then have that someone and bring out all the stuff we need, all the audio equipment and camera gear and all the props and all the food and snacks and all that stuff, and then someone will drive that car back down and hike back up. And who's gonna hike, who's gonna walk, you know, like there's this whole conundrum. Thomas and Lauren were just trying to figure out how to remove or cover up the orange tip of a BB gun, which is going to be a prop. If I was Thomas, I would just be like, you know what, fuck it. This short film is already shit. It's already disaster. So if we use a BB gun and it looks cringe, I don't care anymore. Just make the scene. Just film it. You know? But both fortunately and unfortunately, Lauren is with Thomas, so Lauren would be like, okay, that orange tip needs to go. And when I made my first short film, I didn't have someone like that. So at least today we have someone experienced like Lauren. A little bit later, when the main actor shoots the gun, and the other person, and Thomas also played one of the characters today because the Korean guy, he dropped out last night at 1 a.m. And they need to do a recoil, but only Lauren knows about the recoil, and I sort of know it too. Thomas and the Latino guy decided to drive all the way to Target, to a nearby Target, to buy another hairspray, and some duct tape. So again, more expense, more money spent on the props. And then they came back and then we started to shoot. So by then it was already like 10:30. Cause when we went up there, it was like, okay, we need to find a spot to shoot. Like it wasn't really rehearsed before. So again, very, very terrible quality. But I don't blame Thomas. Like my first short film was just as bad. So I don't blame him, you know. When Thomas and the Latino guy left, me, Lauren, and the Korean Japanese girl, we sat down in her car, just us three, and just chatted about film classes in our college and about this short film. And Lauren even said, you know, if I could, if I could go back in time, if I could, I should have said no. Like, I shouldn't have agreed to do this project because it's very mid. He said it's very mid. So yeah, we went all the way up the mountains. All the people are here now, and we begin shooting. And we walked up the mountains, and the sun started to come out, and it was starting to get really hot and tiring. And there are 2 occasions when Thomas ordered me to walk all the way back down to go to his car, grab some stuff, and then walk all the way back up. Twice, just like yesterday, twice. So again, yesterday I walked for a whole hour just for Thomas. A 14-minute walk to, 14-minute back, and then 14 again. And today it's less time, but just as rigorous of a walk because I need to hike back up twice. At the end, Thomas was like, you know what, where do you guys want to eat? I'll pay you guys. So at the end, we decided to go to Chipotle, which is near Lauren's apartment. So we went to Chipotle, and I sat in Lauren's car, really powerful sports car, a Nissan. Also in the middle of the shoot today, Aoba, the Japanese girl, she DM'd me on Instagram telling me to join a Discord server for her short film. She made a Discord server just for her short film, and she had 2 producers and a first AC and everything. Like, holy shit, she's so professional. She's so fucking professional. And even for Thomas, even though this short film probably has gone to shit, but Thomas's has a lot better like equipment than me. I'm just honestly I'm most hyped right now. I'm most hyped about getting my own camera and getting my own lens. I'm just nerding out on this, and I think I've settled it. Even though Lauren told me to get a Panasonic, I've already settled on 16 to 35 millimeter. Like, it's zoom, it's versatile, it has a nice wide, it's light enough, it's not that expensive, but it could have been way worse. Yeah, Aoba asked me for help, so I looked at the Discord for Aoba's short film, and Miles joined. Miles? How did he end up in here? But I know the guy, so again, in the Discord, like half the people in that server are people that I already know. Separately, peace mentally, I know Miles, I know the Chinese girl, I know Aoba, I know Kat. I've seen a Chinese girl, she doesn't know me. I know Betsy, I know Theo. There are like 4 Japanese people here, including Aoba. Which means, and also a Korean person, I think. Which basically freaking means, okay, so 2 Chinese girls, 4 Japanese people, including 2 Japanese girls, 2 Japanese boys, a Korean person, I don't know boy or girl, I can't tell by the name, me, and Pepper may join as well. I'm gonna tell her about this. I have freaking entered the EAS. That's it. I've entered it. I'm not only am I like enter the web, but I'm literally in the freaking core. At least the film EAS, you know, the East Asian team of like filmmakers. I've done it. I've done it, guys. I've done it. You know how in like March or in April I was like, oh, EAS. Boom! October 1st, I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. I'm insane. I am actually insane. And Aoba didn't even ask Thomas for help. She asked me. And I think partially it's because like I'm legit East Asian. And I feel like she has like, of course, Kat and Betsy, I guess, those are important big personnel in my college film program. But mostly Aoba is looking for international students that are East Asian. So that's a thing. Alright, I finally remember what I was going to say. It's just insane how eventful this week has been. I can't believe that Wednesday, when I was key grip for Erin Brockovich, was 4 fucking days ago. Wow. Wow. Alright, time now is 11:13 a.m. in the morning on October 3rd. Yes. But yeah, anyways, this actually gives me a bit of an advantage because I really don't have time for anything in my life right now. I got my YouTube stuff, I got the uni app, I got my college homework, which is a lot of stuff. Last night I actually miraculously spent about 20 minutes editing my short film, my cloud busting, not MBV. Looking at the list of people who joined Aoba's Discord group, which is at 18 people now, which is insane. There are the Korean guy I mentioned. I'm not sure if the guy's really Korean or not, but he has a link to his YouTube channel in his Discord profile. So I clicked on it and I found out that he's a bit of a YouTuber and he has 10,000 subscribers and he knows a lot about anime and he even made like a Trash Taste podcast animation thing, which is cool. I and him can have a chat. I honestly feel pretty good. Spoke with Pepper a bit last night. I'm gonna try to do the laundry today as well. Okay, so today I'm going to go to biology class. And then I'm gonna go to Ralph's. That's it. Nothing complicated. And I hope nothing complicated happens because then I'll have to talk about it, then I'll run out of storage space.
So begins from Marge.
I had to be honest with myself. I was like,
Alright, time now is 7:43. Just came back home from Ralph's. Here's what I got. Tortellini. New alcohol spray, mango flavor. Should smell nice. This thing is 610 calories. This small box. Yes. Ketchup. Fuck. Milk. Fuck off. Sour Patch Kids. Whole wheat bread. That's the receipt. Brown sugar apple pie, half one. Smells good. Don't know why. Is it leaking? This is, you can't really see what this is, but this is a box of meatballs. You've seen me eat this before. Lettuce. Squash. Salad box. Chicken thighs. And pork chops. And carrots. We almost ran out of carrots. This is $79. I've never paid this much in one Ralph's trip before in my life. And it's so fucking heavy. Alright, time now is 9:19 p.m. Let's wrap it up. Let's try our best. Okay, so I'm gonna do a 15-minute challenge, and I already filmed 6 minutes today, which means that I'm gonna try my best to finish whatever I'm trying to say in 9 minutes. Okay, let's go. So starting off, my air vent is automatically turned on because my Chinese roommate is cooking something that is creating a lot of steam and smoke, and somehow the vent system ventilated the cooking smoke into my fucking bathroom, and it has triggered the air vent. That's my theory. But anyways, let's talk about what happened today. Not much happened today. I finished the lab quiz and it was alright. It wasn't that bad, obviously. And then for the rest of the class, we talked about mitosis. Even though our professor brought in a prosthetic penis and a prosthetic ovary, I guess, because it's the human reproduction chapter. Our professor never actually got around to that. Instead, she was like, you know what, screw it, let's talk about mitosis first. Both of us had completely lost faith in this professor. She's so disorganized, and I understand why. Apparently, in the first few weeks of the semester, she was evicted out of her apartment, and she was homeless for a while, almost, and then, like, she's busy with some other stuff now, but still, the design of the course itself is just fucking terrible. The way this class is asynchronous or hybrid, meaning that there are lab lectures and then there are lectures where we have to watch it ourselves, creates this really, really messy structure. It's just really bad. And they're like, the professor was like, okay, mitosis does not take place in sex cells, meiosis does. So one very simple way to think about this is mitosis is like my toes, and then she looks at her shoes. Well, my toes aren't sexy. And then at that point I was doing a face palm, and the white guy sitting next to me, he was doing that too. We were both face palming, like, fuck, why did you have to say that? And then she even went on and was like, oh, well, actually, I know some people show off their toes on OnlyFans and make a bunch of money, but we're not going to talk about that. And it just keeps getting worse. And it's not the first time she's tried to forcefully make a joke out of biology, but it's so bad. Went to Ralph's, bought tons of shit, tons of food, spent so much money, came back home, immediately cooked myself dinner, which is a large slice of salmon steak, which is going to be a lot of calories, some simple tomato sauce pasta, no cheese, because I got a couple mooncakes and a rotting banana waiting for me to finish today. All right, time now is 11:46 a.m. on October 4th. Yes. So, yeah, I had a pretty good sleep actually. It's a lot better than yesterday. Oh shit, I changed into these clothes. I was gonna do some push-ups and sit-ups. I was gonna do them yesterday. Like I said, I'm planning to do push-ups and sit-ups on my bed every morning on Mondays and Thursdays, but I couldn't do it yesterday because I was just so tired. I was gonna do it today, but I forgot. So, fuck. YouTube videos, and then college homework, and then watching movies for my own enjoyment, and then like short film stuff, application stuff. It's just so much work. I just don't have time for stuff in general at this point. Like maybe back in 2020 and 2021, I would still have time and I would be able to, watch a movie a day, but now it's so much tougher. Yeah, there's that. I'm gonna try to keep it under 15 minutes a day. Yesterday's vlogs ended up being 21 minutes long, which is not that bad. But today I'd like to try even harder. And that's it for today. That's it. That's all. I'm so looking forward to Friday with working with Alba and other people. All right, time now is 6:31 p.m. Just came back home like 3 minutes ago. I'm just gonna wrap it up. Not really wrap it up. I'll do a little more tonight probably. But let's just quickly go over what happened today. Nothing important happened. What did I eat for lunch again? A little bit of broccoli salad from the salad box. I had 3 pieces of bacon. I finished up all the bacon. I had my small sandwiches from Leisure Market. Finished them up nice and nice. Nice stuff. Went to college. Didn't speak to anyone other than Patrick, really. I also spoke to a couple other people. But yeah, we watched Ozu's Good Morning, which is pretty good. Came back home, that's it. In the second break, I don't know why, but I always run into people in the campus nowadays. Today at the second break, we ran into Alba, the Mexican girl from last semester's Film 40. Zara wanted to call me later, so I'm just going to tend to that. I also DM'd Tom on Instagram asking him if he's planning to travel to Japan next year summer. He said he's not sure. And that's because in this year's summer, when I and Tom and Nick met up, Tom did say that the moment Japan opens its borders for tourists again, he's going to start planning to go. But right now he said he's not sure. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to DM the 19-year-old guy. If you remember him, he helped me make my short film 5. He helped me with my Bloody Valentine. I'm going to DM him and ask him more about cameras, because when I spoke to Patrick about cameras and I mentioned how he apparently bought a lens, a macro lens, which is super wide, and it's under $100. It's like $80, which is fucking insane, because the lens I'm eyeing on right now, the Sony 16-35mm f4 lens, it's $1,200 fucking dollars. So maybe it's way out of my budget, and that's not tax included. And that's right at my mom's budget. My mom is allowing me to buy a camera and a lens for 25,000 Hong Kong dollars, which is $3,200 US. All right, just had a 1-hour phone call with Zara, 6-minute phone call with Tom, and then another 10-minute or so Zoom call with Alba and a bunch of others. I'll talk more about that later. It's dinner time. Gailang, lots of garlic, fried tofu, very burnt, leftover steak, pre-cooked meatballs, 2 of them. This is already 140 cals. Rice, 350 milliliters. Boom. Time now is 9:58 p.m. I'm just gonna wrap it up right now. A series of crazy things, series of not crazy, kind of normal things just happened to me. I came back home and I had a 1-hour long call with Zara. and she's really excited. I mean, I know Zara is a particularly excited person, but I've never really heard her speak this fast and with this much energy before in my life. Afterwards, I and Tom had a 6 minute phone call. Tom wanted to call me as well. Just, like a what's up, how's it going kind of call. Tom DM'd me and asked me, hey, when are you free? Let's call. And the first thing Tom said was, I'm really busy lately. Fuck yeah, me too, I'm busy as hell. I got, how many short films am I working on right now? So I'm working on 2 of my short films of my own. I just finished shooting Tom's short film. Aoba short film is coming up next week. I'm helping Pepper edit her short film, so that's 5. And then there's the short films that, there's the shoots, the scenes that I do for my film class. There's just so many freaking short films to work on. It's just insane. And then the internships, and then the college, the uni apps. And then immediately afterwards, at 8:03 p.m., I joined in the Zoom meeting, which is hosted by Aoba. I just applaud her. I just applaud her for how, like, I don't know what kind of person she was before she came here, but there has got to be some sort of drastic change. I'm just purely guessing, but I don't think, like, if you're an international student, especially from somewhere like East Asia, and then you come to LA, where you meet all these new people, and you're in such a different environment, and you have the balls to open a Zoom meeting and invite people and create such a huge production just for your short film is insane. Before I could DM him, he DM'd me first. He asked me that, oh, by the way, your mom told me that you're looking to buy a camera, and, do you need some advice? So I told him the issues that I'm having. Honestly, it's not much of an issue, he's sending me a message now. It's just that it's too expensive. $1,200 for a lens. That's ridiculous. Alright, time now is 8:07 a.m. in the morning on October 5th. I just woke up. Okay, what's gonna happen today? Today I'm going to film 32. I'm going to be seeing people like Pepper, Aoba, and all those other people again, which is very exciting. And even though the last film 32 is 1 week ago, it feels like it's been 2 months since the last film 32. So that's a great thing. What I want to say though is I once again ran out of time last night and couldn't finish the movie. I couldn't finish the damn movie that I wanted to watch. There are workshops that my college provides, how to transfer to LMU, how to transfer to USC, how to transfer to CSUN. And the only how to transfer to LMU workshop is on October 6th, which is literally tomorrow morning. And then there's also multiple workshops about how to get into CSUN and other CSUs. One on October 6th and one on October 22nd. And however, if I join the one on October 22nd, then it's too late because I need to submit the portfolio on 16th. So I thought, that if I were to really survive this thing, tomorrow I'll have to wake up early and go to the workshop. How to transfer to LMU in the morning, and then in the afternoon, how to transfer to CSUN. How much is it to get stuff pressed? We just get that. All right. That's that. I have acne on my forehead. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. I'm just gonna cover it up. Fuck. Well, I guess I'll just have to live with it. I don't know how the fuck did this end up here. Time now is 6:29 p.m. Yeah, here we go. Pepper shows up. She speaks to me. We enter the classroom. We sat together. And then today is kind of a chill class. It's just one class is chill, one class is the shooting day. So last Wednesday it was Aaron Brockovich. We had to recreate a scene from Aaron Brockovich, and we had to set up the flats, and we have to set up the cameras, and we have to dress the set, set up the lights, and film the thing. And today's basically the chill week, where we basically don't do anything other than discussing what we did last week, evaluating how well we did, which is apparently not very well. And then we spent some time talking about the shoot for next week, which is The Matrix. And I signed up for being the first AC, as prepared, as planned, you know. But the next two is up for grabs, meaning that we students can decide what we're gonna do. So to do that, some of us can go out there and pitch what scene do we want to recreate, and talk about how we're gonna change it and why we want to recreate the scene. And the professor is gonna look at our pitches and he will decide. But he's not gonna, come up with a scene. He'll decide from our pitches. So I thought, maybe I should pitch. Why not? Even though I'm sort of a quiet student, relatively quiet, I used to be way more quiet. I never raised my hands back in secondary school, but now I raise my hands somewhat from time to time, not moderately, definitely not frequently, but from time to time, I thought, what, this is a good chance. So I was like, what, fuck it, I'm gonna go out and pitch a scene. And I even thought about, okay, you know what, we're running out of time, maybe I don't want to pitch it, I don't want to embarrass myself. So when the professor's like, are there any more hands, I don't want to be the only person raising the hand. And then I was like, and then Leia raised her hand, and then Leia went out to pitch. And then as Leia's walking out, the professor asked again, who else is pitching? So I raised my hand finally. And then the professor looked at me and he was like, why didn't you raise your hand a few seconds ago? And I had to immediately come up with a lie, and it was amazing. My lie was so fluent. I said, oh, because I didn't prepare a presentation. Because Leia also didn't prepare a presentation. But Yulia did. Both Yulia and Andrew did. Alright, but that's basically what happened today, the gist of it. So during lunch, the professor let us go from 12:15 to 2:15. We have a 2-hour lunch break today, which is fucking insane. And so me, Eric, Christian, and Pepper decided to go to Little Caesars, which is a restaurant that I've never been to before, to buy pizza and then come back and pay. Using Zelle, pay Eric. And we had a stuffed crust pepperoni pizza with some crazy bread, which is something that I've never tried before. And when we met Aoba, the Japanese girl, during break, before I could even ask Aoba if she's going to CSUN, she asked us first if we're going to CSUN. I don't know why, but CSUN is the fucking topic now. Holy shit. Everyone's like, before I could even ask people, they're asking me. It's collective consciousness. Carl Jung was right. Holy shit. Pepper randomly told me that she may not apply to USC, which is fucking shocking. Of course you apply to USC. And Pepper said it's partially because, it's definitely exactly because she got a 115 in Duolingo out of 200, and you have to be at least 120 to pass the Duolingo English test, because we're international students. And I'm like, bruh, take it again. Holy shit, you can't let Duolingo bring you down. And so I told Pepper, you know what, let me teach you. And that's something that I've been thinking about. That's a thought that I've been having since earlier in April, because I know that sometimes during class Pepper has no idea what's going on, and I feel like I know what's going on and I want to teach her. So the class ends. I basically showed off my English speaking skills. I'm an international student, and somehow my pitch was way better than everyone else. To be fair, out of the 5 people who pitched, only one of them are American. The first person is American. There are 2 Russians, a Czechian, and then me, who's a Hong Konger. But I did pretty well. We talked about various things, but one gigantic revelation is that Pepper has quit the well. That's right, folks. Pepper has quit the well last week. And she's like, I never told you? And I'm like, you never did. Pepper had a call with another Hong Konger friend. I don't think I've mentioned her, but there's this other Hong Konger girl who's like sort of a thought. And the Chinese boss lady is extremely harsh against her, the same way she is extremely harsh against me. Oh, this isn't the right way to, make the buckets. The ropes, pull it at a slower speed. Oh, the water is not clear enough. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, the well, you need to like polish it in this way. Don't just scrub it this way. So Pepper just quit it. Before quitting, Pepper even like talked back at the Chinese boss lady. And by talking back, she basically politely said, oh, your Mandarin accent is too thick. Like, I can't really hear you. No, it is a common consensus that the Chinese boss lady is a fucking bitch. And then I don't like shit talking people, but I and Pepper, we talked about the Chinese boss lady for minutes, for so long, and we just talked shit about her. I told Pepper about how I cut my finger accidentally and how she gave me a condom. Like, she has a stack of condoms under the counter desk for some fucking reason. It was hilarious. I laughed out loud. She laughed out loud. Me and Pepper, we walked around looking for a new well. And, we just went from well to well, basically. When we say we look for a new well, I'm basically saying we're looking for a new well, which is hiring. So we went from well to well to well. And we found 3 wells that seem like they're short-staffed, and it's whack. And now Sandy's making loud-ass phone calls again. Extremely aggressive French. Okay, I'm just gonna wrap it up today. I am... Fuck me. And this is not the first phone call she's made today when I'm here. She's probably made even more when I'm gone. But anyways, Aoba DM'd me on Instagram asking me for my email and my phone number. That's a cheeky way of asking for people's number. Nah, just kidding. For the past few months, I can't see it. It's just a blank photo. And that's partially because, or I think that's because Pepper set the WhatsApp profile picture to like only show my real profile picture to people I trust. So today I finally am able to see that, so maybe, I'm finally in her close friends loop. But also a few days back, I straight up added Pepper to my close friends in IG. Also, Aoba added me to her close friends, which is hilarious. A few days ago, Aoba was like ranting because she was like writing a subscript. Conscript, like a subtitle and the timestamps and all that, and something fucked up, and she was like angry, like, I'm so frustrated, with an angry face, like, and she like posted it on her IG story, and she had me and her close friends, which is surprising. And then the Chinese girl was like, yesterday I cheekily made an Instagram story where I took a photo of like the tofu I'm frying, and then the Chinese girl Leslie, she liked my story, and then today I took an Instagram story of the crazy bread, Little Caesars, and I was like, the insane bun, and then Leslie asked me if it's like a giant French fries, and I'm like, no, it's crazy bread, and she's like, oh, which is really funny. It's 1:04 a.m. I just spent like 90 minutes editing my college video, which is so freaking long. And now I'm talking again. I just want to add one more thing from today. Today during break, Pepper pulled out an onigiri from her bag, and Pepper tried to unwrap it midair, and it fucking exploded. Like the rice just fell all over the floor, and she just looked at it and she's like, and it was sort of funny, and then she immediately gave the onigiri to me. Again, just shows how much she trusts me now. And then like, and I wanted to help her. If she didn't give me the onigiri, I would like just help her. But she just started like using her bare hands to pick up the rice, and I told her, you don't have to do that, man. You can just go to the bathroom and use a tissue paper, and she's like, nah, whatever. And then the tall white guy, Andrew, he saw it and he's like, oh man, and then he helped out